Tuesday not only brought in the new year but also began the count of homicides in the country. With no official identification of a male who is in his teens gunned down on January 1st, Chief Superintendent of Police Solomon Cass says that police hope to soon identify a suspect in the matter.
Yes, he is known to us. And in addition to that, we are speaking to two persons of interest who are in custody. So hopefully at the end of the day, we'll be able to be more definitive as to whether they become suspects in the matter. And we will update the media as soon as we identify them.
According to police, shortly after 11 a.m. Tuesday, a man was walking with other persons on Market Street in the area of C.R. Walker Senior School when he was approached by a male armed with a firearm who shot him before running away. Paramedics were called to the scene and transported the injured man to hospital where he later succumbed. This latest homicide began the count for the new year. At the end of 2018, there were 90 homicides, the lowest number since 2009, which recorded 85 homicides at year's end. Meantime, a shooting in Grand Bahama leaves one man detained in hospital and another in police custody. According to Assistant Superintendent of Police in the nation's second city, police are investigating a shooting incident that occurred in 8 Mile Rock. Reports are that on Tuesday, shortly before 10 p.m., police responded to gunshots being heard in the Pinedale 8 Mile Rock Park area. Upon arrival, officers met a male with gunshot wounds to the upper body. Further investigations of the incident revealed that 2 males were involved in an altercation when one of the males shot the other to the upper body with a firearm before fleeing the scene. Emergency medical personnel were called to the scene and attended to the victim. He was later transported to the Ram Memorial Hospital, where he is said to be listed in serious but stable condition. Police later arrested a 20-year-old male of Seagrape 8 Mile Rock in connection with the matter. Investigations are ongoing. In other news, the Bahamas Union of Teachers announcing this afternoon that they've received their long-awaited strike certificate. BUT President Belinda Wilson telling reporters outside of C.H. Reeves Junior High School that during the Christmas break, the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Works would have corrected health and safety concerns at the school, causing an array of issues.
So we will be doing a walkabout, and it's my understanding from the minister that he will be here shortly along with the team of persons from the Ministry of Education. I understand that the lawyers from the Attorney General's office will also be here. So you know the Bahamas Union of Teachers, we always have to cover every ground. So our lawyers are also present. But we hope that we will not have to use our strike certificate, and we hope that the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Environmental Services, and the Ministry of Works would do all of the corrections between now and Monday, January the 7th, so that our teachers and students can return to a clean, safe environment.
Now the issues at the school span from rat infestations to mold growing in classrooms. Last month, the union took a strike vote where 62 out of 74 teachers voted in favor of a strike. However, Director of Labor John Pinder indicated that there may have been an issue certifying the vote because only C.H. Reeves teachers participated. Today, Mrs. Wilson tells our news team that neither the director or minister had the authority to refuse giving the union the strike certificate.
In accordance with the Industrial Relations Act Section 20, their job is to ensure that the poll was taken, which they would have done that, and their next step would have been to issue the strike certificate. Now, you know, I had to go up to a higher level to ensure that we get this strike certificate. So I'm happy that we've received it. I hope, like I said earlier, that we may not have to use it, but it's like an insurance. You hope you never need to use it, but you want to have it just in case.
Mrs. Wilson also giving her expectations for today's walkabout.
Well, what we want today is we don't want any foolishness. We don't want any lies. We don't want any misinformation from the Ministry of Education, from the person who's coming from the Department of Environment, and we want commitments that whatever is not done today will be done in time for the opening of school on Monday.
At the last minute, Education Minister Jeffrey Lloyd could not accompany the union on this assessment, sending negotiation rep for the government Zane Lightbourne in his place. Media was then prohibited from taking part in the assessment. The police was then contacted by the school's administration in an effort to clear the campus. And with crime at its lowest in 9 years, Police Commissioner Anthony Ferguson sharing with our news team the Royal Bahamas Police Force's crime strategy moving into the new year. Mr. Ferguson explains that the force's plans to beef up its approach this year by becoming more aggressive.
I've met with the senior team yesterday, and we have a number of strategies that I think the Bahamian people will like. And we are very serious about making sure that the Bahamian people are safe and people can move around. There's a handful of criminals moving around, and we're going to keep them running. We're going to keep them running, and we're going to catch them.
By increasing police presence in areas prone to crime, Mr. Ferguson explains this is the reason behind the low murder count. Last year, armed robberies also saw a decline by 16%. That's from 547 to 460, while reports of stolen vehicles declined 20% from 450 to 361. The number of shootings also on the decline from 110 to 67. That's a difference of 39%. However, rape incidents are reportedly on the rise. There were 55 reported rape incidents in 2018 compared to 49 in 2017, which is an increase of 12%. Meantime, police have a 30-year-old female in custody after a video going viral on social media allegedly captures the woman firing a weapon from a moving vehicle. Here's what Chief Superintendent Cass says about the incident.
Yes, we have a young lady in custody who we suspect to be that person. Currently, firearm detectives, they'll be speaking with her to identify what was going on, and with hopes of finding that illegal firearm.
You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.